Hello guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's TRIX-DESIGN here. So I have to be apologize for not being able to be posting videos for quite a long time. Um, it has been really crazy, but I'm back. I don't want this video to take so much of our time, so I'm going to apologize in couple of my other videos because I'm fully back and I'm able to feed us with good tutorial. So in this tutorial, we're going to be learning how I created this design using Canva. So as you can see, this is a, a, a happy birthday design for Rankinkumi Akinridande Olukayode. That is a Yoruba name. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to start right in. I don't want this tutorial to take so much of our time. This is a simple design, so there's no need to waste our time. So the first thing I have to do is to create this background. So this background is not a fully pure background. So I'm going to show you the color code of the background. So I'm just going to click over here, and if you know how Canva works, you know that this is the color code. You can actually copy it, FFFBE8. So this is the color code, and then that is it. So I forgot to do something before I show you the color code of the background. If you click on this place now, if you click, you will see the size of the image, 735 pixel by 945 pixel. All right, so this is the size of the image. If you want to create exactly the size of the image, and which we should do, I will then drop the link to the resources I use in this video in the description. So do well to download it. Okay, so and practice along. Okay, this is the after I created the design. So I'm just going to move this image here. But this image, I did a little touch on it. So this is how it is. Let me bring it on. I uploaded it from no. I uploaded it from my yes. I uploaded it from here. As you can see, this is it. Okay, and then I just remove the background. I go to BG remover. If you are a pro user, you're going to remove the background easily with Canva. And if you're not a pro user, you can use eraser. If you're using an Android, you can use background eraser it will also do the magic even without returning your data, or you can use other softwares like bgremover.com and remove your background, so it will do the magic. And then I just did some image adjustments. After removing the background, I just did the image adjustments. You go to adjust, you're going to see the adjustments that I did with this particular image. So I'm just going to ship this one. I'm just going to ship this one, but I'm going to show you too, so you can let me move it back. Okay, so I'm going to move it over here. So I'm just going to keep it here. So because I want it to align with what I'm saying, I'm just going to move it back, and then I will scale it up to fit this one too. All right, after I'm done, I'm just going to move it over here. Let's get it back the way it is. I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm going to just move it down a little bit. All right, this is okay by me. All I have to do is to adjust the image, and I have to adjust the image just to fit in what I was creating. This adjustment, I just have to use the things a little bit more. Brightness, contrast. No, I didn't touch the contrast when I was just adjusting this. And to get the right adjustment that I used, saturation. Okay. Yes, and I increased my vibrance a little bit more. I think I did this. So, but it's not exactly like this. You understand? That's because this particular edit. Let me go to my layout. Yes, so if I go to my edit now, so just follow me through as I show you the edit. I'm just going to copy this after done and then delete the one I just brought in now. So go to adjust. If you go to adjust, that there is tutorials that shows how you can use Canva, even though Canva have actually changed some features in their app, so but you can actually learn um from it. If you know how to use Canva already, that the a little bit of their interface changes won't be a problem to you. So look at this. If you go to temperature, you're going to see that the temperature is on -1, the tint is on 44. I don't know if I'm rushing. The brightness is on 26. The contrast is 0. The highlight is 22. The whiteness is 32. The vibrance is 12. The saturation is 14. I didn't touch the color edit. The sharpness, I increased the sharpness a little bit to 15. The quality, I also increased the quality to 15. The vagueness, I also increased it to 35. So that is how I got my this editing. All right, so that is exactly how I got my editing, and then you can actually apply it to your image. Okay, so that's being that, all I have to do is to delete this particular one, and then I'm going to copy this one. So I'm going to go to my layer so that it will give me easy access to it without me tampering with all of my design. So I'm going to move it over here and then keep it there. All right, so as I kept it here, how did I achieve this frame? Or how I did it is just to go to my element. I went to my element and I brought in a circle shape. So I brought in a circle shape and I have to scale it. Okay, I have to scale it. So because of the sake of this tutorial, I want to get the perfect scalability. So I'm just going to use this for the sake of this tutorial. But this is a gradient. I use the gradient effect in this shape. So I'm also going to show you that. So I just have to move it over and then I have to just duplicate and then stretch it a little bit more. Change the color to that kind of bright red. Change the color to the image of that to something like bright red. Yes, something like this, and then I move it backward. All right, okay, and then I'm going to just. This is exactly what I did here. This is exactly what I did here. Okay, but this isn't red, so this is color. I'm sorry. This is yellow. Okay, this is the yellow, and this is the yellow too. So I have to just shift it a little bit more, and then I have to move it a little bit like this. So that is it. So that is it. That is exactly how I achieved this particular one. Even though that is this one is bigger and just like this, more like this. Okay, something like this. Okay. So this is just the concept. Just skew the shape, and then you're gonna get this. So that being that, I went to color. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you. So I went to color, and then this is gradient. I use the gradient effect. You know how to add gradient effect to Canva. I will show you. So I just did a little bit more of it. So I went to color. I click on this, and I click on gradient. I feel like I'm rushing this tutorial, but I have to do it because I don't want this tutorial to take too much of our time. So let me cancel and show you. So then I have to use gradient. I clicked on this and then move it a little bit up. Let me click gradient now. If I click gradient, you're going to see it's going to show me it's now a gradient color. You see there is two colors. I have to click on this and then I have to but before I click on that, and I'll just have to create a multiple gradients. Let me just make it 5. Okay, so this one I'm going to get this a particular color more like this. a more like a darker shade of it, and then this one, that same particular color but more like a brighter shade of it. Okay, and then I'm going to do exact same with this ones too. Two, more like a lighter shade of it, and then these two, and then these two, more like a lighter shade of it. So this one I'm going to make it more darker, and then this one too, I'm going to bring it more to make it more darker. I'm going to increase the brightness of this one a little bit more, and here we go. And here we go. So this is it. This is how I created this. This is just the concept of how I created that. So you just see the concepts. It mustn't be exactly, but this is the concept. Okay, just be flexible. Do what you do. Okay, do what you do, but just know how I was able to create that. Understand? Okay, so you can see that I use the blur effects here. How did I create the blur effect? So I use the shape. I have to go to my elements and I brought in a square shape. This, so I can use a circle shape if I want. I think the circle will do this magic better. Okay, so I will use the circle shape, but in my previous tutorial I used when I was designing the flyer I used a square shape. Okay, so I make the circle the exact color of the background. So for that I use the color picker, and I makes it the color of the background. So let me keep it here so you see what I'm doing. So I have to click on it and click on this plus button, and I'll click on gradient. So I'll click on gradient. Okay, so if I click on gradient, it's going to show me this gradient, but I'm going to pick this particular color of the background and click on done. So now my gradients have this particular color, I'm just going to make it multiple. Okay, and then I'm going to reduce the transparency of this, reduce the transparency. I just keep reducing the transparency, reduce the transparency, reduce the transparency. If I decide to bring this here, so I'm going to reduce the transparency. Don't mind me, just reduce the transparency of them all. Okay, and then you are going to leave the last one. Yeah, you can leave the last one. You can leave the last one and then expound it. Okay, expound it, expound it, expound it. Okay, so I'm going to use this now and cover, and then I have to turn it. So but before I do that, I will have to um sorry, I deleted it. I have to double make it multiple. Okay, so that it will just like three, duplicate it, and then I will go to my layout and group them. Then I'll group it. So this now I have to place it over here. So if I place it over there, I have to move it to the back position, move it to the back so that it will not be showing in this image, and I have to duplicate again, put it up backward. All right, so everything else so that everything will blend just like the way it is with this particular picture. Okay, so but you can pick the color from this man's picture, it will actually blend it better. If you pick the color from this man's picture, it will actually blend it better, but that isn't really in uh, I don't know. So let's continue, please. So how do I achieve this? How do I achieve this? How do I achieve this? No, this particular shape. So how do I do it? I went to my elements. I went to my elements, and I pick a square. Okay, I pick a square. I framed it. Okay, just like this, and then I duplicated it, and again also keep another one here, just like that. Okay, all I have to do is to just reduce this, and I made it yellow, made it yellow, made it yellow, made it yellow. Okay, so I just used okay, this one I used a different shade of yellow. So let's not like this. Okay, so see that, look at the color code. If you are wondering the color code I used, so this shade of yellow is ED9E08. So if you type the ED9E08, this one will appear. If you look at this one now, let me cancel and go to this particular one, and then check the color code for this. FEC229. So this is the color code for these two. So how did I get this popping stuff here? This is just a it's just a psychology normal thing. I use this shape. So I use the rectangle. All I have to do is to touch it, move it over here, and then I'll make it the color of this particular shade of yellow. Okay, I just have to pick it from here so that, look at the color code. You see the color code of the yellow I showed you before, ED9E08. So I have to do just to turn it, get the perfect turning, and then I have to just reduce it and then move it over here, just like this. So this is the concept of how I get it, and then I'm just going to group all of them together so that anything I'm doing, all of them, it won't scatter. So when I give them together, I can actually move them together. So this is what I tend to achieve when I move my objects, when I group my objects together. And watch something. You see this line now. When you're moving your element, the camera will show you that this line. So this line is actually what you are going. The square line is telling you that if your image is in those lines, that it is safe. Okay, that your images are safe. This is the perfect line that your image have to be in, and your design will be visually aesthetic. But in some cases you have to break that rule to make some kind of thing fit. Okay, all right, so these are just text. So I'm going to start with bringing this text here. These are just tests. You are cordially invited to this. I'm not going to type it again, I beg. So this, look at the font I used, Poppins. I used Poppins for this, and Poppins medium. In Canva, Poppins is a free font, so you can actually use Poppins here. Okay, and then this one too, fonts. Okay, Laura is also a free font. I use Laura for this font, so, and I use Laura bold too. So I'm going to duplicate and bring it over here. You know how to, if you just type in the text, you go to your format. You go to your format, and then you choose the left alignment. And if you want to make it combine it, go to your spacing. Look what I'm doing. Okay, look what I'm doing. Okay, so you can actually bring it like this. Just keep it at 0.97, or you can just make it a little bit more. Okay, this is better, so it will look jam packed. Okay, so it will look jam packed. Let me just copy from this one. I think I love the way this one is. Let me go to format. No, let me go to spacing, and then 1.073. So use this particular spacing. So I'm going to just move it over here, and then I'm going to align it to this square. It's showing me that it is aligned when I keep it there. All right, so after that, I have to type this one. This one is too. This font is also roller. Okay, this is text Jai Tamex. This text Jai Tamex, you can use any one of your choice, and or you can also actually use roller. Okay, so then type it and make it left and right, and then bring it over here. So I'm going to just bring this over here. I'm not going to go through the steps of typing it again, I beg, please. This one too. This one is Poppins. So I also use Poppins for this one too. Okay, I also use Poppins for this one too, and then you can actually make it what you want to make it, medium. So medium, but this I will duplicate it and then bring it over here, and then I'll position it like this. Okay, and then I'm going to move this one to the up. I'm going to move this two up. I'm going to move this thing up two. Okay, all right, so this is it. Just giving it a little bit spacing. Look at the spacing. If you write here and you want to maintain this particular this kind of spacing I'm maintaining, 1.24 is the spacing, and then this one too. Look at this spacing of this one spacing. You can see 1.11. Okay, that is the spacing. So I have to bring in. So what else do I bring? I brought in the what's it called? The go to the location icon. Okay, so what did I do? I went to element and then type location icon. Location icon. Location icon. I click on my search button. It's going to load and bring in locations icon. So you can see different location icon. I have to just pick this paid one, but this is paid. Or if you're using a Canva free version, you can actually find a free one. Like this particular one is free. You can take it and it will give you the same result. All you have to do is to go over here and change the color. Canva have now tried in changing image color before you some elements you can't actually change their color easily, so you have to use dial tune. But thank God they worked on it, and I really appreciate that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So I changed the color. Look at the color code. If you want to look at the color code, FEC229. Okay, so I just have to reduce it and then place it between here, because this is where they're telling me that is the location. Okay, location of the event. I have to remember I'm using that line to maintain my stuff. So because of I'm putting that line, I just have to move this a little bit, and then I have to move this a little bit. Remember, one of the design principles is alignment. Your tests have to align. This is aligned with this. You can see if I'm bringing it closer, it will show me that it is aligned. Okay, all of this is aligned to give me that particular thing. That's one of the things I love about Canva. So I'm going to just copy this. I'm going to just do this copy once. So I'm just going to bring this duplicate and then move it over here just for this tutorial sake. Okay, I just typed Sunday, and then this is it. The font I used is Leaks pattern. This one too. So I'm going to show you the font I also use for this one. Poppins here. So but you can actually make it the same font, leaks pattern. Okay, for the sake of this tutorial, I think it also makes it gives it uniformity. Yes, that is the English. I go school now. All right. So that being said, so see where the see a little bit trick of this tutorial now in this 60. Okay, this 60. So how do I achieve this? So without further ado, I'm going to show you. So I type 60. Okay, let me show you. I went to my text. And I typed, yes, 60. I use 60. No, I went to my text. Sorry, I went to text. So I click on my heading and just type 6. Type 6. 6. So if types, okay, type 60. Just type 60. If it didn't work, we type that particular one. I have forgotten how I even did that. Okay, so I'm going to go to my layout, and then I'll pick that particular 60 and see what I did here. Okay, so I'm going to my fonts to see the fonts I used. Font. So glacier indifference. Okay, glacier indifference. So I'm going to move this over here and type. I don't know how long this tutorial is taking. It's already 24 minutes. Oh God, it's taking so much of my time. I don't want it to exceed 45 minutes. 45 minutes is already big. God, at least 35 minutes better. So glacier indifference. Okay, this is the font. Okay, so this font gave me what I want, so I used it. So I'm going to place it over here, and then fonts. So I'm going to choose this particular one, make it bold a little bit more. Okay, so here it is. I'm just going to align it, shift it a little bit to be more aligned, and then I will go to my effects, my spacing first. I'll go to my spacing. Oh, letter spacing. Bring it closer. So you can see now this particular pattern did not actually work for me. So I remember I broke it now. Okay, I broke the text into two. I said I broke it as if I'm using CorelDRAW. So I'm going to use circle. Sorry, I'm going to use fonts. I'm going to use zero. No, I'm going to change the type to circle. I mean a zero. What am I saying? Okay, so that is it. I'm going to just reduce it a little bit more so that it will just fit what I want. Reduce it a little bit more. No, shouldn't be too much. So I move it over here, and this particular one color. I used white. So I'm changing the color of the text to this. Okay, remember you have to maintain the color. You have to maintain the color. Okay, this one is a little bit brighter, so I'm going to make it like this. Yes, this is it. Color. This is it. So if you want to change the color code, C6A1002. Okay, that is it. After that, I went to effects. Yes, I went to effect, and I choose this effect. Yes, I choose this effect. Yes, and I increase it a little bit. As I choose this first, I reduce this, and I have to make this effect color the same color of this background. You see, so that is how I was able to achieve that, and I then merge it together, select and select, and then I just have to move it over here. I didn't group it because I want to still touch the editing part of it. Okay, so select, group, and then that is it. That's how I got this particular effect. Okay, that is it. And then I added this sixth. Let me just bring it over here. I don't want to waste my time typing this. If I touch it, I'm just going to copy, move over here and paste. Okay, all right, and then paste it here. Okay, so it's making sense, right? Yes, it's making sense. So this is it. This is it. I think this one have more spacing. I love this one even have more spacing than our previous one. You know what? Spacing is one of the design principles you have to keep in note. Okay, I don't want this text to exceed that particular line. That's one thing I love about Canva. It gives me a guideline so that my design will appear more great. Okay, so that is it. And then I have to group everything together so that if I'm moving the text, it's going to be moving alongside with it. Okay, so that is it. After that, so this is all for the text. Sorry, I didn't show you the font I use for this text. The font I use for this text is Britain. This is it, Britain. It's a free font on Canva, so you are free to use it for free. If you're free, I'm not a pro user. So this particular man, all I did was to duplicate it. Okay, I duplicated the man, and I flipped it. I went to my flip, I flipped it, and I moved it over here. All I did was to reduce the size of the man's face, move it over here, and then a little bit more, little bit, just like this. Let me see this. Okay, just like this. A little bit of the man's face, and then I move it to the back, back of the page. Because of it is in the back of the page, I have to use my blur. So I went to my elements and search for blur, white blur, white blur. So I use my white blur. I didn't type it right. Oh, you are going to, but it's going to also Canva is going to understand and bring in different blur for you. All right, you can see that this is also a white blur. So if I place it here, and then move it to the back, forward, forward. My intention was for you just to cover that outline so that it won't just show that there is something there. Okay, but if you don't want to use that blur, you can actually use the remember that we created our own blur effects. Okay, you can actually come here, and copy it, and then move it like this so that it will even look more like the background. Okay, you can actually decide to keep it like anyhow you want to keep it, and then position and move it to the back. Okay, now it's looking more realistic and more like the background. And if you take a good look at it, you will not be a little bit of outline is here because we created it ourselves. If you delete it, you won't see that outline again. So just choose the one that best work for you. But I prefer that particular outline. It doesn't really show or it doesn't really give me anything. All I have to do is to um take this man's picture and go to my transparency and reduce the transparency. So I'm not even reducing, it's not the man's picture. So I'm going to my layout, pick the picture, go to my transparency tool, and reduce the transparency. Reduce it. But before I reduce the transparency, I think I used adjust to work on that particular image, and I increase the clarity, I increase the brightness. I remember increasing the brightness of this image of that particular one. Yes, increase the brightness and increase the highlight a little bit more. Okay, that is how I was able to achieve this particular one. But you can see that the man's head in this particular one is different. You can actually choose to increase the head or not increase the head. Then this bed, the happy birthday. So all I have to do was to go to elements and search for happy birthday ribbon. Oh, Canva user. Do you ever create things? I do. Happy birthday ribbon. And then I'll click on my search button. It's going to do the magic. So I'm going to see all. So this is it. I picked on this. This is that particular one. All I have to do is to change the color. I have to go and see the color. There are different colors here. So let's say you pick this particular one for here. Okay. The first one I picked this color. You can do anything that pleases you. Just making sure that it's red and then it's popping. See for and then this particular one. Just have to have a good design eye. I choose a light. No. Yes, I choose this. Yes. So and then this particular one I have to choose something more brighter. I choose this. So that is how I come up with this particular one. Okay, so as you can see, all I have to do is just to move it and then bring it make it align like it is with them all. I just have to reduce this to suit well, and that is it, my people. And then this is a golden effect, look at it. If I click on it and then go to info, you will see the name of the element, abstract golden wave line. So keep it back, keep it back. Okay, I okay. Let me just move it to over here, so that I cannot waste my time. I have to also duplicate it, and I flipped it. I flipped it. If you want, you can flip yours. If you want, you can leave yours just like that. But I flipped it. I just turned my own like this because I wanted it more over here, and just like the way it is here. It mustn't be exact. It mustn't be exact. Okay, that is it. Um, yeah, that is it. Okay, I think there's another element here. Remember, you can search for this element in, go to your info. The name of this element is abstract golden wave line. I don't know if it's a free or paid element. Let me just find out. So if I go to my element, abstract golden, abstract abstract golden wave line. So you're going to see the similarities of these elements. I just have to find the one that is free. Yes, it will find this on your graphics. So just use the name and then search for it. Okay, I don't want this tutorial to take so much of my time. So that is it. So there's another element I used here. Let me delete this. I think I used another element here. Okay, so there's another element I used here. So there's another element there. It's called let me go to my info, golden effect. So I use a golden effect, but this one just have a little star. I used it to just add a little more of life to this part. Okay, but it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. Okay, it's not compulsory. And then I use this ROSV. I move it over here. Just type the sentence, just the sentence. I don't want it to AC that line, so I'm just going to put it in the middle over here. And this particular one, I'm going to kind of reduce the color of this and make it more better. Okay, this is more seen. Just do what we come we come out beautiful. This is actually coming out beautiful. Anybody can see it. But if I have time, I'll still do some of my tricking and make it pop. I just love the way this one is, and this one is also beautiful. So this is it, my guys. Is there anything I did here that I haven't taught you? No, I literally showed you my brain on how I created the desired tutorial. I mean to say. So that is it. So thank you. Please make sure you click on the share button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your bell notification and support me. Please support me. That's how I get encouraged and I will put more videos. So see you in my next tutorial.